Have you ever wondered if Michael Jackson was truly from another planet? When you watch him dance, it's a fair question to ask. His feet seemed to have a mind of their own, gliding, spinning, with a grace that looked like pure magic. Every move he made was sharp, precise, full of emotion. It was more than just dancing, it was storytelling. He could communicate joy. He could communicate danger, passion without ever saying a word. This ability to connect with an audience made him not just a pop star, but a true dance icon. He made the world believe the impossible was possible on the dance floor. The first time I saw Michael Jackson perform, I was completely mesmerized. It wasn't just one move or a single trick, it was the entire package. He used his entire body, from the tips of his fingers to the tap of his toes. He had a unique energy that pulsed through every performance. You could feel it through the television screen. It made you want to get up and dance, even if you had two left feet. He inspired a generation of dancers, including me. His influence is everywhere in the world of dance. People call it God-given talent, but it came from endless hard work. Michael Jackson was a perfectionist. He spent countless hours in the dance studio, repeating a single move until it was flawless. He studied the greats who came before him. He didn't want to be good, he wanted to be the best. That dedication is a huge part of his legacy. True greatness isn't just born, it's crafted through passion and sweat. That's the real magic behind his performances. His legacy is proof that with heart and hard work, you can make the world stop and watch. When you think of Michael Jackson, a few specific images probably pop into your head right away. These are the moves that defined him, the ones that are instantly recognizable all over the globe. First and foremost, there's the legendary Moonwalk. Then you have the gravity-defying lean from the Smooth Criminal video where he and his dancers tilted forward at an impossible 45-degree angle. These moves weren't just dance steps, they were cultural phenomena that left audiences gasping in disbelief and asking, how did he do that? Beyond those two showstoppers, his dance vocabulary was rich and varied. Quick, sharp head isolations, the dramatic crotch grab, the signature toe stand, rising onto the tips of his toes in his loafers, and the elegant circle slide, spinning and gliding in a perfect circle. Each of these moves was executed with incredible precision and flair. He had a way of hitting every beat with a pop, a lock, or a spin that was clean and powerful. His style was a unique fusion, rooted in funk, borrowing from popping, and even nods to classic Hollywood musicals. Let's not forget the smaller details that made his dancing so special. The way he would snap his fingers, the sharp kicks, the sudden spins that would end in a frozen pose. His body was an instrument and he knew exactly how to play it. These signature moves became his trademark, as recognizable as his single white glove and fedora. They were so powerful that other artists and dancers immediately began trying to replicate them. So did Michael Jackson invent the moonwalk? This is one of the biggest questions in dance history, and the simple answer is no. While he made it a global sensation, the move itself has a long and fascinating history that predates him by decades. The core concept of a gliding, sliding step has been seen in various forms throughout the 20th century. Dancers from different genres were experimenting with creating this illusion long before Michael took the stage at Motown 25. He was a student of dance history, and he drew inspiration from the incredible performers he admired. One of the earliest pioneers of a similar move was the legendary tap dancer Billie. Back in the 1940s, Billie performed a move he called the backslide. If you watch footage of him, you can see the clear foundation of what would become the moonwalk. He executed it with incredible smoothness, making it look like he was being pulled backward across the stage. Other performers, like the iconic French mime artist Marcel Marceau, used similar gliding techniques. These artists laid the groundwork, proving that such a mind-bending move was possible. The direct inspiration for Michael's moonwalk came from the street dance scene. In the late 1970s and early 1980s, dancers in the popping, locking communities were perfecting this move. They practiced it in clubs, on streets, and on TV. A dancer named Jeffrey Daniel, who was a member of the group Shalimar, famously performed the backslide on the TV show Soul Train. Michael was a huge fan of the show and was blown away by Daniel's performance. According to accounts, Michael even sought out dancers to help him perfect the technique before his big debut. He practiced relentlessly until it fit his style. So, if he didn't invent it, what made his version so special? It was all about the timing, the platform, and the presentation. He chose the perfect moment during his performance of Billie Jean at the Motown 25 television special in 1983. In front of millions, he executed the move with such superstar charisma and flawless precision that it felt like he was defying the laws of physics. He took a move from the underground dance scene and introduced it to the world. Now let's talk about that incredible anti-gravity lean from the Smooth Criminal music video. This is the move where Michael and his dancers tilt forward 45 degrees holding a perfectly straight line with their bodies, and then pull themselves back up without any effort. It looks completely impossible, a true feat of superhuman strength and balance. For years fans were baffled, coming up with all sorts of theories. Wires, pure core strength? Was it wires? Was it incredible core strength? The truth is a brilliant combination of clever invention and physical skill, a perfect example of Michael's dedication to creating onstage magic. Unlike the moonwalk, this move was a unique invention created specifically for Michael Jackson. He wanted to capture the awe-inspiring, larger-than-life feel of his music videos in his live performances. To achieve this, he and his team co-patented a special shoe and hitching system. The shoes had a slot in the heel, and at the right moment, pegs would rise from the stage floor. Dancers would slide their feet forward, hooking their heels onto the pegs. This anchor gave them the support they needed to lean at that impossible angle without toppling over. This invention, United States patent number 5,255,452, is a testament to his creative genius. He didn't just think about the dance, he thought about the engineering required to bring his vision to life. It was theatrical wizardry hidden in plain sight. However, the device alone wasn't enough. The dancers still needed immense core strength, particularly in their backs and legs. To hold their bodies rigid and pull themselves back to standing required incredible control and practice. It was physically demanding and required perfect form. The anti-gravity lean perfectly encapsulates Michael's approach: blend artistry with innovation. He wasn't satisfied with just being a great dancer, he wanted to be a magician on the dance floor. He was always one step ahead, creating moments that left audiences in pure wonder. So, we know Michael Jackson didn't invent every move in his arsenal. He was a brilliant student of dance. James Brown, Fred Astaire, street dancers he admired. He didn't just copy moves, he absorbed them, refined them, and infused them with personality and emotion. He took the backslide and transformed it into the moonwalk, a globally recognized symbol of cool. He made it sharper, more theatrical, and undeniably his. The true genius was in the details and the storytelling. It wasn't just about the big, flashy moves, it was about the transitions, the sharp, percussive pops, the fluid spins, the dramatic pauses. He had an innate musicality that let him interpret every single note and beat with his body. Each movement had a purpose and was perfectly synchronized with the music. That's what made his performances so captivating. He could switch from a fluid, graceful glide to a hard-hitting, aggressive pop in an instant. That dynamic range made his dancing unpredictable and exciting. He commanded the stage with unmatched presence and charisma. He drew you in. Joy, anger, sorrow. His dance was an extension of who he was. He stood on the shoulders of giants. James Brown, Fred Astaire, street dancers. But he used that vantage point to leap into territory that was all his own. He didn't just borrow moves, he owned them, perfected them, and gave them to the world.